there's things that I absolutely think we need to be funding. And I'm not willing either to have seniors not have heat or food or water or, as one of the, hopefully, I don't know how many people sitting in these rooms right here, right now can say, yeah, I was a welfare child, straight up, right? I was the kid getting free lunch and it wasn't an EBT card. And, my mother was single at the age of 27 years old with 4 kids, right? I understand the social net on all of this. This budget, even all the people that came and spoke to us across the board, you have to listen to the rule of the voters who said spending within a reason, spending within a reasonable amount. That is what was voted on. It's literally in our Constitution now. So to absolutely discount that and say that every penny in this budget here is to help a needy person, there's a lot in this budget that is not just to help a needy person. And I will come back to it time and time again. $130 million for one higher ed institution and 47 million additional. This is just additional on top of what their block grant already is. That is not a government need. College is not a government need. There are other things in this budget that we should be looking at. And, we can have this debate, as you said, we're going to go back and forth. It's a first cut at a budget. There's going to be people that are going to be looking at this. It's going to come down to something. But at the end of the day, we are literally looking the spending cap and our constitutional obligation in the face and saying, we have no need for you anymore. We're going to spend over, and we're going back to the practice of not doing what we were constitutionally charged to do from our residents. With that in mind, there's just no way that I can support something that is so far over the spending cap limit. We don't talk about revenue, which has always been a pain to me. I don't know how we do not have a ways and means in this state, how we don't even look at the fact that we don't have the revenue in the governor's package to pay for this level of spending. It's not there. So we're not balanced in that thing. We're not taking key things that we know into consideration in this budget. And they're not small dollar amounts, they're large dollar amounts. And we're waiting on some and we're implementing some others. So it's discouraging that this is where we're at. And I know that these decisions are sometimes made over our heads, that it's not stuff that is made necessarily in this committee, but we are now put in a place where either we agree with violating a constitutional amendment. We all put our hands up the day we're elected and say, we are going to we're going to legislate based on the Constitution. And we are in this budget blowing through the constitutional amendment that says we have to stay within a limit. I find that concerning. And I do hope that there are continued conversations and we do look at ways to spend. And yeah, I would have ideas on where I think we could make reductions that would be least harmful. My goal always is help the most amount of people that I can help while hurting the least amount of people. That is literally the mantra that I live by. Help the most amount of people that I can while hurting the least amount, and then figure out how to help the people that I just hurt, right? It's how I've always lived my life. So to me, there's ways that we can do that in here. And I'm hoping that there is openness to have those conversations, to look for ways where we may be able to make some reductions to bring this budget down in line, closer to what it should be and what we have constitutionally committed to do. Thank you.